Good evening, everybody.
Hello, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It is Midweek Mountains. I'm Corey.
Hump day. Oh, I'm Lori.
And we are here live to provide you with a little bit of entertainment and news and talk about stuff.
Comic relief.
Comic relief, for sure. So, this has been an interesting week so far. Since we were last here. Do you even remember?
Do I remember? No, I don't remember yesterday.
Yeah, last week we talked about what we've been up to and, our trips or our trip to on the Icon a little bit.
We did? We talked about St. Martin, I thought.
Or, sorry, not Icon, St. Martin. Yeah.
Oh, see,
we talked about St. Martin. She remembered it. Yeah, how about that? And we talked about, the fact that I went to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I mean, it seems like it's been forever since we were on here.
That was only a week ago?
That was only a week ago. Yeah.
Wow.
I think.
No.
Yeah.
No, we got back from St. Martin on the 16th. We had Easter.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
There was 1 week we didn't have a lot. Well, 2 weeks.
When we first got back, we didn't have one.
So the week we were in St. Martin, we were kind of busy. We didn't come in and do a live. And then the week that we got back, I had to take a trip. So last week we got everybody caught up about what's been going on. Yeah. So
what's been going on?
What's been going on since then? Well,
nothing.
The biggest thing that's been going on, if you guys have seen our logo, which I don't know if I can image file. Let me see if I can throw this up on the screen real quick. Let me find it. Jeez. Boop, 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 boop. Life is good today. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see.
And Alma just had a birthday, I think yesterday. I don't know what day's what anymore, but it was happy. Did you find it?
There we go.
You're going to let everything out of the bag, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to let it all out of the bag.
It's a bag. It's a closed bag.
So if you see that this is our logo, you see this Schnazberry 2-door Jeep.
You can't get Schnazberry anymore.
Yeah.
It's worth money now.
Can't get Schnazberry anymore. Can't get a 2-door Jeep Wrangler
V6
in V6 anymore.
Yeah.
We know all that because Lori's lease was just about up on her Jeep. Mm-hmm. In fact, it'll be up and it'll be completely done in another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And so she was having to look for a new Jeep.
Or figure out
what she was going to do, whether she was going to buy it out.
Right. I weighed a lot of options.
Yeah.
And decided that it was best for me to just lease a new one.
Yes. So
I got a really good deal.
Now that we're back here, welcome in. Life is good today. Good to see you guys. You guys just got back from a cruise, and what, Alma's birthday was yesterday?
It was yesterday? I can't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Happy birthday. So we went last week. We went over to the Jeep dealership where you leased your Jeep.
Yep. And the guy there, just I don't know if some brand. Yeah, it was yesterday. Some random guy. I don't even. I just got a call from the dealership, like, "Hey, your lease is about coming up. What are you doing?" La 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 la. And so we made a plan. I was like, "Look, I got an oil change. Why don't we just meet after?"
Yeah.
And so we talked.
Yeah, we went there. We talked to the guy.
4 hours.
Hours and hours and hours, and they're looking for, a Jeep for Lori, and I've been wanting a Jeep Gladiator ever since you got your Wrangler, because I need a truck. I've got to go pick up, loads of grain. I got to haul kegs around for festivals, all that kind of stuff. So I need a truck be able to do that, or I need a maybe a Wrangler with a trailer, or a vehicle with a trailer. So anyway, this is all business stuff. So anyway, so we went there.
We spent most of the week figuring out or most of the end of the week anyway, talking to people and trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah. And so Scarlett, that red Jeep is gone. Schnazberry Jeep is gone.
I would have leased it longer, but I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, well, you'd have to do it through your own bank probably. No, I mean, you can do a lease through any bank, but
yeah. So I got something new that it's not as sexy as Scarlett, but I'll always have our logo to remind me of
yes,
Scarlett.
You'll always have our
logo. I got a big girl car. I got a 4-door this time.
Yeah.
And every time I look at it, I'm like, it's a Jeep. But then I get in it and I'm like, yeah, okay, I like this.
Yeah. Yep. Paying about the same amount of money, and it's a nice, much nicer.
Oh, it's a huge upgrade, and
huge
for
upgrade,
$3.75 more.
Yeah.
But I have a convertible top now, which
that's
kind of
automatic.
Nice. Yeah, one
push
touch
button. And leather seats.
Might not be. I don't care about that. It may not be sexy looking, but you know what? It's nice to push a button and have the whole top off.
Yep.
So yeah. And you got your.
And I did get my Gladiator.
You did. Nice lime green.
Yep. It's very tropical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we spent 4 hours at the one dealership, and the guy just wasn't. I think he just took it for granted that we were just gonna. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's just do whatever you want us to do. And
wasn't very helpful.
No, not at all. And so we left and got lunch, and then I have a friend of mine that works at a different dealership, and the week before he was like, "Oh, what about me?" And I was like, "Well, I'll meet with them, and then after we're done, I'll come and see you." And I said, "I'll give you an opportunity." Yep. Well, he took it and ran with it.
He did,
and he got.
He's like, "We're going to make this happen."
Mm-hmm.
No, don't you worry. We're going to make it happen, and
he made it happen.
They didn't have exactly what we were looking for, but they were willing to search for what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And came up with some options, but then they had a vehicle on the lot, the one that you ended up getting.
Yeah, more than 4 hours later.
Yeah, there was not. I mean, it was way more than what we were looking for.
Yeah.
But they made the numbers work, so.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
Yeah.
And so we've been working on all the stuff when you get a new vehicle and
trying to figure it all out.
And we are right in the middle of.
What are we in the middle of?
We are in the middle of festival season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So last Saturday was Greening Up the Mountain.
Yep.
Which was a huge festival. I think the longest line we've ever had.
Yeah.
Was sure. Saturday. I didn't have time to eat. He's like, "You want to eat?" I'm like, "Nah." And then every time I went to go to look at it or whatever, the line would start forming. So I'd come back. So yeah.
Whew, that was a long day.
Then we got another festival Saturday.
We got another festival this Saturday.
Which is why we kind of took today off, sort of. I mean, you still worked around the house, but I took today off.
Edited videos and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, working on Saturday, so.
Oh, sorry.
Left my assistant brewer today to brew alone.
I was out with my friends gallivanting around Asheville and Biltmore and having a picnic.
Yeah. And she left me at home to work and to mow the lawn, edit video, all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah. So yeah, now we've got to get ready for this weekend because we've got an even bigger.
And now that he's got a smaller truck and a smaller truck bed, can't fit everything in it.
Yeah, I traded in my Nissan Titan for the Gladiator because the Titan was 20 years old, and
I was coming up on 20 years. Yeah.
So
I didn't look it.
Didn't look it, but you could tell.
when you're driving.
When you're driving it, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went from a full size truck to a
No, you had to have your
medium
Gladiator.
size truck. Well, yeah. I mean, I couldn't afford a
I know.
full size truck unless
I
I
know.
got
I looked
a
at the
bare
price tag on
bones.
that one, and I was like, holy crap.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, and went from having a vehicle that I own personally that we were moving all this stuff around with to one that the brewery leased to take care of things. But yeah.
Yeah. So smaller.
Yeah, smaller. So now we
So
got to
now
figure out
I have to
how
drive
to
too
fit everything in there.
this weekend.
But
and
yeah.
it's an hour over an hour away.
Yeah. So we've got an hour and 20-minute drive out to Murphy for their Spring Fest. Is that it?
Yeah.
So we're going out there for their Spring Festival, and it is all day long.
Yeah. We're at the brewery like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten anything. I'm gonna have to see about that.
Yeah.
And
it's what, 11 to 7?
It's either 11 to 7 or 12 to 8. It's an 8-hour festival.
8-hour festival. So
yeah, we won't get home till like 10 tomorrow, Saturday night. So it's
It's gonna be a very long day.
Sunday
always is
shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we have going on right now. We're not doing a lot of traveling at the moment, but
not much.
And
but
my dad was in town for the weekend too.
Oh yeah, Laurie's dad was in town, so
yeah,
he came in
Friday,
and left,
in the midst of all of the dealership stuff. So yeah,
he left yesterday, I guess it was, right?
Yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning. So keeping us busy.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so that's what's been going on.
And we're like May.
Yeah, that is a long day.
Yeah.
Because leave the brewery at 8 in the morning, get done with the festival 7 or so, but then we normally stay and grab something for dinner if we can find someplace open. And then come back and unload. And so, it's a long day. And then Sunday, boy.
Yeah, so instead of actually traveling, it starts Sunday, doesn't it? Oh,
yeah, it sure does. So we can sleep in a little bit on Sunday.
Yeah,
but then we've got
me on Sunday.
We've got a pickleball boot camp.
Yes.
Starting Sunday. So that's going to be
intense.
5-6 days of playing pickleball all day and being coached and trying to get better at this crazy sport that we picked up.
Right. And so instead of staying there, because it's only a half hour away, we're going to travel and go back and forth. It's not that big of a deal. And I said to Corey, because I've been back and forth to Asheville like 3 times in less than a week. I've been back and forth to Waynesville a handful of times. And I said, that's it. You're driving to the boot camp because we're putting the miles on your car. And he goes, I got to drop my car off on Monday because he has to get the back, or whatever it is for the truck covered. And I was like, hi, Scott. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Scott.
I don't see driving and listening. So very good. Very good. If you are driving, be careful.
Yeah. So
that's Sunday to Friday.
So next Wednesday is going to be questionable. Let's see if we have time.
Well, we'll be done with stuff.
We'll be done.
We can still do it until our progress.
Yeah.
Because Thursday, actually tomorrow is senior games.
Senior games. Yep. We're seniors.
Yeah. I don't
believe
it.
Yeah.
No, you're robbing the cradle with this one over here. Yeah. I gotta play up in his level.
Scott's done driving for the day.
Yay.
All right.
So we have to qualify for the state.
Yeah.
For state.
So we are doing mixed double pickleball tomorrow for the Jackson County Senior Games.
Yeah.
Or Mountain West, or what is it? I think they combine
Smoky
a bunch
Mountain.
of Smoky Mountain. So they combine
Senior
several
games.
counties together. And
so not a lot of travel, but lots of pickleball coming up.
Lots of pickleball coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about starting a pickleball channel.
I thought you did already.
Well, I think I did, but I haven't posted anything to it.
I told him you
But-
get to do that. You're doing that on your own. That's 3 channels, like or 3 things. I can't.
Yeah.
He's on his own. So when you hear him complain, oh, I got to do this, I got to do. Well, he wanted to do it, so it's like with the chickens. I want chickens. I want chickens. All right, honey, you want chickens? The chickens are all yours. I don't want to have anything to do with the chickens. And he bought the chickens, and I was like, hey, honey, did you go check on the chickens? Did you give them water today? I mean, he took care of them all right, but now our kids have them. Well, I think they're all, I don't think any of them are left.
Yeah, I think they're all
they've all perished.
Passed
one
on
way
at
or
this
another.
point.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Though, I actually miss like walking by there and seeing them because I used to talk to them and stuff, but I just didn't want to have anything to do with caring for them. That's just not my thing.
Mhm.
But at least I was honest and upfront.
Yeah. Okay.
No unrealistic expectation here.
Oh, so yeah. So we're actually taking off next week for the most part, as much as we can.
Yeah.
Never completely off from work.
No.
Because they can call us at any point and say,
yeah.
hey, they've got a problem with something and we got to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah. I know we're only a half hour away. Like we're that far.
So,
So we're traveling, but not.
yeah. If it's an emergency, we can take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all week next week.
Yeah.
And then that week is the college graduation, Mother's Day. So it's going to be an absolutely hellacious, crazy weekend. So we need
Mother's
to be around
Day
for that.
and
it's always
college
the same
graduation.
weekend. Yeah. So a lot of
Okay.
families come in and it gets really busy around here. Yeah.
Okay. So what about future trips? What do we have coming up?
Well, did I tell you that I was going for a trip in June to Brasstown? I think I did
you
tell
mentioned
you.
that. Yeah.
I waited not on purpose, but I didn't tell you right away because you were in Raleigh, I think, when we did it. But yeah, so I'll be going for pickleball with a couple ladies to Georgia.
Pickleball.
I know everything's pickleball. Sorry, guys. 'Tis the season.
Yeah.
We're doing the Jeep Fest this year.
Okay. When's that?
You chose to do it on Friday the 6th.
June.
Okay. And our grandson Cameron wants to go. I forgot to tell you. So is it
Okay.
if I get him a ticket?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did the Jeep Fest. It was 2 years ago
It was
now.
2 years ago.
And we did a couple
I need new stickers now.
couple of episodes. Yeah, that's a problem with when you have a lead and you turn it.
I did try to peel one sticker. I started to try and peel a sticker off.
You're not gonna peel
It
a
didn't
sticker
work.
off and
It didn't
put it on
work.
something new.
No.
So yeah, now you got to get all new stickers.
Same thing with my water bottle. I retired my other one and I put it in our studio because it has all of our travel stuff on it. Now I need some more. I do have only one travel, two really. So I've got Maine and I love NC.
North Carolina. That's it?
Yeah. That's it for travel.
Oh,
I
okay.
got my Southern pick. I wish I didn't put it on here. I wish I put this on because that's my Southern pickleball. Yeah. So Mama needs some stickers. Send them on over.
Yeah. No, the Jeep
one
rally
that you're
is
speaking about is usually in August.
okay. Yeah, the one we're going to is in Maggie Valley.
It's WNC, so it's Western North Carolina Jeep Fest.
WNC Jeepers or something like that. Or
that's the name
WNC
of the
Jeep
fest. Yeah.
All right.
I forgot what that one's called. I could look it up. My phone's in the other room though. That one's a huge one, Scott, in Pigeon Forge, and that's like over a 4-day weekend or something. Wow. The one that we're going to is a little smaller. It's at the fairgrounds, and they usually have trail rides, which is what we captured when I was going with you and Cameron.
Yeah.
And there was no road, so I had one tire on a piece of dirt and my other tire had to come across this I don't even know, like valley or water or whatever it was, and I had to put it on another one. And then I was like going all the way up, like I could not see over the front of the Jeep, and I was like, well, I hope everything's all right. It was pretty. It was really
Well, now
that was a great. And when you did the video, you couldn't really tell how scary it really was, but we were all a little nervous.
all right, Peter, welcome in from
Hi
Australia.
there. Good day.
And Scott said, okay, is it where the bike rallies are? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if they have any bike rallies in Maggie Valley. Maybe they do. I know Cherokee has a big motorcycle rally, but and that's Cherokee, Maggie Valley, or just across the mountain from each other. Kind of like we're across the mountain from either
everywhere.
Yeah, Maggie Valley. We're like 25 minutes from Maggie Valley. We're about 25 minutes from Cherokee, so it's all pretty close. We're about an hour and a half
Pigeon Forge
to Pigeon Forge, something like that. So
Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area.
It's all in
we're
this general area.
For a very small area where we are very centrally located. And it's really good for travel. So I don't know where everybody's from, and how far they are from airports, because when you travel, those are important things, right? So
okay, so Scott says they have a huge bike rally in Maggie Valley.
Oh, okay, then it's probably around the same place.
Probably at the same place, the fairgrounds. That's about the only place they have there. To do anything.
So for us, being centrally located, we're 2 hours from Knoxville.
Yeah.
We're 2.5 to 3 hours to Atlanta, depending on traffic, because Atlanta. We're about 3 hours from Charlotte.
Yep.
And we're about an hour and a half to hour and 45 from Greenville, South Carolina.
Yep.
So we do have options to fly out of and to kind of travel.
But I mean, there's a lot of places to go from here. I mean, that's why.
Yeah, where do you go? Where do we go?
Well, I mean, that's why people, like the town that we live in, they used to call it, and we started calling it here recently, the middle of the most.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
so
that.
You stay in Silva, the town that we live in, and you can base out of here, and you can go to Cherokee, or you can go to Highlands, or you can go to Maggie Valley, or Bryson City, Franklin. They're all a very short drive from us. And all the waterfalls, all the hikes, the mountain bike trails,
whitewater rafting,
or tubing. Yeah, I mean,
it's all it is.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to do, and here we're kind of centrally located, so you can get to all of it from here in half an hour.
I think we should take our kayaks out this year on the top.
Oh boy, okay.
We haven't done that.
We have not done that.
I've never used my kayak. I bought it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's one thing to look forward to this year. Maybe we'll do a floating down the tuck on our kayaks or our inflatable kayaks.
Yeah, let's do something like that.
Should be fun. Oops, back from Cincinnati.
Welcome back, George. Hope you had a good time.
Peter says, great to get out and about in nature as a way of relaxing people and keeps impressing us. Yeah.
So today, earlier I had mentioned that I kind of took the day off because we're working Saturday, and I went to Biltmore with a couple friends, and what we did was we all brought something to eat. So we had a little picnic with blankets and stuff, and we sat by the lagoon, and it was really nice to just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
So
Life is Good Today said they're an hour and a half from Asheville. All right. And Scott says he's a lifetime member of the Scottish Tartan Museum in Franklin.
Nice.
All right. We have been there.
We have.
And
didn't get a tartan.
Didn't get a tartan. They didn't have what they call our clan tartan. Of course, it's kind of, I think it was actually created in the 70s or 80s or something, but the Bryson tartan. But And it was kind of adopted by the Bryson clan as our tartan because it was designed by someone that was named Bryson, but I think their first name was Bryson. So,
oh, well.
yeah, one of those little things. But.
So I think that this summer we should try to do like day things. So like Franklin has lots of like festivals and stuff. Like we should be patrons at least a handful of times because we're always working them.
Yep.
And so I think that we should try to. What do you guys think? Do you want us to go to some festivals and show you what we have around our surrounding area? I mean, because like Reading Up the Mountain is huge for our town.
Yeah.
They shut the road down, and they have and it's all like handmade stuff or things that are not commercially produced.
It's all handcrafted stuff, whether it's beer or food or arts and crafts,
or anything.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So,
and so we never get to see it because
we don't.
We're always in the tent working. So,
Peter says, "You guys are in spring, right? Nice here in Australia. We're heading into winter. Yes.
Oh, yes.
We are in spring, and today was a very nice day.
Hit the 80s in Asheville.
Yeah, got pretty warm today.
Mm-hmm.
So started out in the high 50s, I guess, and they got up in nearly to 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Or is that different in other places?
Well, yeah. In most countries around
Celsius?
the world, they use Celsius. So.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think in Celsius, so.
And life is good. Today's only an hour and a half from Asheville. We should probably meet in Asheville sometime or Hendersonville.
Yeah.
Because I think that would maybe be the middle.
Well,
just putting that out there.
They've got an open invitation to come to the mountains, so I haven't heard from them.
They've been traveling, cut them some slack. And, we'll be traveling soon too. So.
Yep. Scott says, y'all definitely live in an interesting and beautiful area. We sure do.
Yeah, I think so. I like it here.
Most of the time. Most of the time. Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Living in a small town, everybody knows your business, but that's what it is.
Such as,
All right. Peter says, what time do you have here in Melbourne? It's 11:32 a.m. Thursday morning. Nearing lunch. It is 9:27 p.m.
On Wednesday
evening. So they say we really need to think about that in the summer. Yep. We can go.
We can talk back channel.
Yeah. There's plenty of stuff to do up here for sure.
There is.
Yeah.
And we're doing it a couple of years ago. And life's just been getting
back
so
when
busy.
when we first started, and we're like, oh, we need content. So we were going to Jeep Fests, and we did the llama farm, and we did and
that was fun.
North Carolina State
and the
Zoo.
fun part about it is that we took our family or our grandson, and had the best time. And so when I was like, I was telling his mom the other day, we got tickets to Jeep Fest, and Cameron goes, Nora, can I go? I want to go. And I'm like, well, aren't you in school? He's like, no, I'm out of school. I was like, all right, I think we can get you to go.
Yeah.
Because he had fun that day. And he's 2 years older, so it might even be more fun.
And we actually did a whitewater rafting on the Nantahala River, and then
lost all the content because he went bloop in the water.
Yep.
But I don't think I agree with you though. I don't think it was entirely your fault.
No,
I think we had a guide that was helping us, and he hit the water, the wave or the rapid in the right way that to get Corey out of the boat.
He intended to dump me out of that.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
You had a 360. And you had something else too. I
had the GoPro or the DJI Action Cam and the Insta360.
Yeah.
Both. It was the Insta360 that I lost all the footage on, or I think.
Yeah.
It got wet. I had changed batteries in the middle of the trip, and I didn't get it snapped in correctly. So
User error.
yeah,
What
user
do you
error.
call that in IT? Picnic?
Well, because yeah,
We know
problem in share, not in computer, right? It's a picnic error for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that would be fun to share. Anybody in IT. But yes, and so we lost all that, so we don't have any video on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some, but not a lot.
Did you make a video?
I never made a video with it.
Oh.
No.
You should.
'Cause we didn't have everything.
Highlights. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not so fun if you don't actually see him go bloop in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun. Or just fun to see for a moment, and then like there's lots of running water, and then now he has to swim back to the boat and get back in,
Mm-hmm.
and so
that was fun.
That was kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I did have a helmet on though, right? Didn't I? Or no, I didn't.
No, you had your life jacket.
I had a
on.
life jacket, and I was like, oh, I
I
gotta
helped
get
pull
my
you
feet
back
forward,
in that boat.
and yeah,
No.
that was fun.
Mama put her, what do you call it? Her taking action, kind of. What do you call it? I grabbed him as hard as I could. I was just like,
she grabbed me and pulled me back in that raft.
You ain't taking my husband, not this time.
I mean, there's some dangerous places on that river, no doubt, but luckily we were at the end, so
yeah,
wasn't too bad there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
but if we go down, we won't go down to that. We'll stop
well,
it's going to be.
We won't go down the Nantahala. We'll go down the Tuck.
Oh, that was the Nantahala. Yeah, that's the big one.
We'll go to the Tuckasegee.
The Tuck is just leisure.
Easy. Yeah,
it's
a leisurely float. That's one that you take a cooler of beer and float down the river. So.
Or you tie to each other and just like. Whew.
Yep. Yeah. Got to have some way to steer, though.
Yeah.
When I was grabbing onto the back of your inflatable.
Oh my God! Talk about
canoe.
Now, let me tell you what. If you guys need marriage therapy or just couples therapy, right? Tie your other, or put him in a tube and tie him
inner tube. Yeah.
To your. I had a ducky at that point.
Yeah.
Which.
Rubber ducky.
Those were great. Oh my God, that was great. You can hit anything, you just go bloop and just bounce right off. But what happened was, so I'm dragging his butt, and like he kept turning me around, and I'm like, I'm trying really hard. So every time I got straight and got to go, and here goes Corey. And I'm like, what are you doing? Can't you
I've got no control.
Straight? Yeah.
I'm floating in a tube. You're the one with the paddle. Stay ahead of me.
Holy cow, that was rough that day. That's good therapy.
Yeah.
And still like each other at the end when you're working, trying to keep me straight.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Well,
that was with I don't even remember who we went with. There's also a swimming hole if we can find it. Yeah. We can pull off, and there's this rock that you can kind of go up on top and jump in. Yeah.
There's a lot of neat things to see on the Tuck, just floating along.
You can see bald eagles.
Yeah, and those inflatable kayaks we actually have like an action cam mount. So
perfect.
Yeah.
You got two. I will take one, and you can have one.
Okay, there we go.
Coming soon.
Right, yeah.
in a season near you.
I mean, there's all those fun things that we can do around here to kind of highlight the stuff to do in this area.
We've talked about it, but we get so busy with life that
it's like you see this stuff all the time. We see this stuff all the time.
We
don't think that much about it. Our local area.
Oh.
It's like we've got to go to Gatlinburg to get to the point where it's like, oh, this is worth shooting. But there's things we live in a very outdoor centric area that there's lots of, we live and die by tourism. So when the governor of North Carolina said Western North Carolina is shut down, we weren't. Not where we are. East of us, they were,
Right.
but the entire western tip of the state didn't have any damage. So
yeah, there was a
that
huge
really killed us,
campaign. I
so.
think we're still
Yeah.
using the campaign.
Life is Good Today says we always say to showcase our local area more. We need to showcase our local area more. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's
We
good
sure
too
do.
because if people are not that far, like some of us, like Peter, comes from a very long way away,
Mhm.
but you know what? Maybe he wants to see, part of the United States.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's some people that are Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Kentucky, all the surrounding areas. Maybe they wanted to see something. Who knows?
And I mean, anywhere in the U.S. and probably in a lot of places
And
around
our
the
Florida
world,
friends that
you've heard of the Smoky Mountains, and I mean, we're basically right there. We can get to the entrance to the Smoky Mountains Park in under half an hour. So
yeah. Did we talk about the burn bans that we had?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think we did. Yeah,
There was something else that we experienced here.
Yeah,
but that's lifted.
we had
so everything's
a fairly
fine now,
small
yeah.
fire a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I think we did talk about it.
Yeah,
I think we did mention that. But yeah, everything's fine now.
Nowhere near as bad as it was way back in 2016 when we first moved here. So,
and I have a cousin that is a fire or park ranger, and he was actually and I think it was close to Franklin where he was. But then he came in.
So Scott says they rafted the Nantahala many years ago. They gave us a paddle and a life jacket, chunked us out in the river, and said good luck.
Yeah. See, we'll pay the. I think it. Well, I don't know if it's the same price right now. We'll confirm it another time, but it was like $35 for to have a guide, and they do pretty much all the work until they say okay, right or left or one stroke.
Every time we've gone down the Nantahala, we've had a guide.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that by myself.
Most of the time, we've had
good luck
a full kayak of our people, or a raft with people that we had gone with. So Life is Good Today said we could smell the smoke all the way down there. Well, there were a lot of fires east of us too.
Yeah.
So around Asheville and Hendersonville and places like that, but it's not surprising because that's where they had the majority of the hurricane damage was over there. So you got a lot of dead wood laying around. They also said can't swim, so a little weary of the river.
Yeah, I can understand why you would be
wary of the river.
I will say that that's the first time that anybody has ever gone over on the boat with the guide, which is why we suspect that he did that on purpose because of all the gear to make good content or whatever. But I think if they know that you can't swim or you can't swim well or you're a little nervous, I think that they take extra care to keep you safe. I almost guarantee that.
Yeah, and that was with Nantahala Outdoor Center, which is they're the biggest company on.
So for you, then you might want to go down the Tuck with a guy because it's definitely a lot slower and there's not really any kind of rapids.
George says, all this talk about river fun, I'm just happy with my folding chair. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about going down the Tuck because the Tuck is a slow-moving river. It's really not that fast. There aren't really any whitewater rapids to speak of.
Right. And if you're going to leave us to our own devices, we need something that is a little more tame.
And most of it is like knee to waist deep at the most. So
unless you're in the middle, but
yeah. So it's
like you can drop your car off in an area and start in one end and just you don't even have to paddle. You're just
you just kind of steer yourself a little bit and float down. I mean that's what you would do on even in whitewater rapids. You're not really maybe a little bit. You're it's like okay, paddle, but
I wouldn't want to go myself in the Nantahala River.
Nah, I wouldn't want to either.
Too many rabbits for
Might
my
as well.
liking.
Might as well get a pro that goes down it 3 or 4 times a day and have them guide you.
Yeah, have them do all the heavy lifting.
So.
Yeah.
Anywho, anything else going on that we need to talk about? We don't really have any.
Was the 6th, and then I think it's the 17th, 18th, whatever. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be going to Brasstown, which I'll be playing pickleball in Hiawassee, Georgia.
And that's like a resort down there too, right?
Yeah, it's a really nice. I was there once. Actually, I was there
right before
overnight,
the hurricane.
Right.
Yeah.
When Hurricane Helene was coming, and it was rain. I got there and like within 20 minutes of me getting there, it started raining, and then it started getting really bad, and so we ended up leaving early the next morning just because it was so bad. And I'm really glad that we did, because that's when it hit us that day. So I'm excited to go back. Yeah, it was that morning we left. It was Thursday. That's when we lost our power. It was Thursday. Friday was when
it hit, and when we had all the flooding.
Yeah. So so I'm looking forward to going back to that. So
I'll send you with a camera. Do a trial run.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then we have a cruise in July.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think we do anything.
Yep. Well, we've got the trip to New York, but there's probably not going to be anything to that.
No, you're playing golf, and Corey hasn't played golf in a really long time. So he is talking about just driving the cart.
I'll be their golf cart chauffeur, because I haven't played golf in 20 years.
And apparently there's somebody else. I think my oldest brother. I think he doesn't really play, so he might be driving the cart with you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Destination Fun.
Hello. Welcome in.
We're talking about all kinds of things that we can do locally to have some fun and for us to actually get out and do something, because we get so consumed with life and work and all that. And we travel quite a bit, but let's not forget to, enjoy ourselves while we're home and not get in the swing of stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
I think so. July is
July. We've got a cruise. Our first cruise on Carnival together.
Yeah.
With
I've been on Carnival since 90-ish, 95-ish.
Yeah.
Mid to late 90s. So.
We're going with Howie Cruise and Sharon at Sea. So on their group cruise.
Yep. So that'll be fun.
And then we're with Sherry and Danny of Destination Fun in September.
In August, I will be going to Maine for a week without Corey, and he will be giving me a camera, and I will do my best to entertain you all for a whole week. There's a few things we're going to do. In the beginning of the week, it will be a little kind of quiet. We'll be on the lake, and we'll be doing stuff like that, but it's not going to be like, it's going to be kind of calm, I think. And then there's State Fair, which we went to a couple of years ago.
And did a video.
That. And of course, you got to go to the New Balance factory store. I mean, come on. It's just something that we do. And then I'll be going and staying outside of Old Orchard Beach.
Okay. So that'll be something new.
So we're going to start north, and then we're going to go central, and then we're going to go to the south and fly out of Portland. So we'll spend a few days in Portland. So yeah.
So you're flying into Bangor, flying out of
Bangor, and flying out of Portland. Yep, and renting a car.
All right.
And for those of you who travel and need to rent a car, first of all, it's way more expensive than it ever was. Like way expensive. Yes. And pay attention to the car size, because when they tell you what car it is, it tells you how many pieces of luggage it will hold. And most of the cars will hold 2 to 3 things of luggage, right? Because, trunks are small now. And so there's 3 of us going, and everybody's going to have their own bag, their own bag because it's a week, so you're gonna have a checks bag, and then
Yeah.
everyone's gonna have a carry-on, and then you're gonna have your personal item. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, oh my god! So like I had to find a car that could hold 5 bags.
Well, you got a spare seat too. But
Right. Well, there's more than 5 bags, but
Okay.
so like 4 to 5. So just a little tip because we're all about education and tips too. So
Sure thing. Yeah.
and expect to spend about $500 to $600 on a car.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, but yes.
Wow. All right. I guess I'm going to call that a night. We've kind of covered everything.
Through August.
August,
September.
yeah.
We talked about September a little bit.
A little bit.
And then that's our last.
That's our
Oh
last
my
trip
God.
for the year.
This is something we need to talk about right
oh,
here.
Boy. We learned how to play
Yeehaw!
pickleball Sunday.
Ooh,
All right.
Okay, so did you like it or did you hate it? I need to know. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
How come you didn't text me? I talked about texting you. I don't know if I did or not. I might not
Huh?
have. Okay, I'm waiting. Is she typing? I don't see
know.
the 3 dots. We're so spoiled with those damn 3 dots. We're like, oh, okay. I'm waiting. They're typing now. Anybody else here? Oh, wait a minute. We liked it, but it was so. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I bet it's
Oh,
hot
you
there.
play in the middle of the day in
Woo.
Florida.
Oh.
Holy camoli.
You got to play at sunrise.
Yeah. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Oh, well, you keep doing it. It's hot.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a chance on the cruise in September.
Is there a pickleball court on that? Does
I don't
anybody
know. That's celebrity.
Celebrity reflection. Yeah.
That's one of the little ones. I don't know. It depends on whether they've got that garden
Anybody know?
deck. I don't know.
Deans. Oh, that's not that many years. Come on. And then Carnival, do they know if they've got a pickleball court?
Yes, they do. Or
Okay.
they're supposed to play.
Oh, there's one in the garden.
There is in the garden.
On
All
the
right, so
reflection. Okay.
yeah, if they've got a garden, then they've got
Well, that
room
sounds-
for it.
That sounds fun.
So
We're gonna play pickleball in the garden.
yeah, and we'll split up,
I'll take Sherry.
boys against girls, I guess.
Oh yeah, we'll whip their butt, Sherry.
we'll see.
show them who the real captains are.
We're definitely gonna record that. All right. Well,
Unless you guys got anything else, ask away, or Corey is going to cut us all
I'm gonna
off.
cut us off. Yep.
Yeah, he's rude
I've
like
had
that.
enough.
You've had enough.
I've had enough.
Real nice.
All right, guys.
I don't see
Let me
anything.
pull it up here.
Oh yeah, here we go.
There we
So
go.
for anybody that's new here, Corey's been playing with AI music and has come up with a theme song for us.
Yeah.
And it is so freaking catchy that like I hear it and then I sing it for like the next I don't know how long. I'm just like,
There we go.
it's actually really good. So
All right, guys.
check back. Wait, we got 3. We got a bubble up there.
3 comments. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Oh,
I'll text you tomorrow. Going to
yes.
bed.
Okay, great.
All right. Good
All right.
night.
Good night, y'all.
all.
Here comes our
And here we
little
go.
song here.
From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew rise. From peaks to tides.
Thanks for coming in, guys. We will see you next time.
Appreciate the support.
From Picks to Tide.
Peaks to tides,
We'll see you on the next one.
mountains to sea crew rise. From peaks to tides, mountains to sea crew rise.
Bye, guys.